Plenty of noise already being made by the home fans. And we are underway. And we've seen this kickoff tactic once or twice already this season. Perhaps more suited to rugby than it is to football, but desperate to gain territory early on, and that's exactly what the visitors do. Straight into touch, and Newcastle have the throw. Cleared by Lifting, first touch for the young goalkeeper. And it's found its intended target. Now they can bring it forwards in midfield with Nobbs. Has the experience to take a touch and get her head up and pick out Gregory. And here is Freya Gregory, the host, starting on the front foot. That's not a bad ball either. And it's just about smuggled clear. Encouraging signs in the opening 60 seconds. Freya Gregory handed a place in the starting lineup this afternoon, and already showing how dangerous she can be on that left-hand side. Here she is again, this time in a much deeper position, knocks it back to Stokes. And now Cooper. Mannion. Closed down straight away. Back to Cooper. Here's Stokes. Tries to hurry the ball forwards. It's cut out by Ndao. Whitehouse will clear. Well, a fast start is exactly what the doctor ordered for Becky Langley's side. Real disappointment in that clash against Birmingham City. It was billed as a battle of two of the title favourites, but they were 3-0 down at the break. Tried once or twice too often to play their way out from the back, and it came back to punish them. Here's Stokes. Gregory trying to latch onto it once again, appeals for the throw, and decision goes her way. And Dow makes her way back into the penalty area. Stokes nudges the ball forwards. And that's not a bad delivery either, and the goalkeeper needed a second bite at the cherry. In the end, Whitehouse makes it her own. Twice they've managed to get the ball into the box early on, and twice defending has been far from convincing. Here's Mannion at the other end. Keeps calm under pressure. Now Cooper. Into the path of Stokes. And Gregory makes the run ahead of her. And Stokes looks to pick her out. And Gregory will get there. And Gregory will deliver again. Lofted up towards the far post. Another chance to deliver now. And Dow gets up highest. Nods up but not away. Here's Stokes. Stokes and Gregory exchanging much of the ball early on. Squeezed through towards Gautrat. Can't claim, and for the first time, the visitors have a chance to get the ball down and play. Here's Ndao. Now Newsham. Down the line it goes. It's a decent first touch from Mary McAteer. She was unfortunate not to get the decision. Nobbs, as you would expect, is always gesturing and pointing and pulling the strings in midfield. Was picked up by Lumsden, can't make it stick. Mannion will collect this one. Turns away from the attentions of Hutton and all the way back to Lifting. Now Cooper. And Mannion again. Arrived over summer from Manchester United, where she was an FA Cup winner. It's another example of Newcastle United trying to add experience and know-how to their starting 11. Looking to get over the line and earn promotion to the top flight. Here she is with the ball at her feet. Nobbs. Lofted over the top. That's a fine ball, and there's space in behind here. The cross looking for Gregory. It breaks kindly for Pike. And now the flag is up. It was direct, but it was inch perfect. Charlton Athletic opened up. And what an opportunity to take the lead. Trademark Jordan Nobbs' ball. Found Lumsden. And she was unselfish, looked to square it for Gregory. Nearly broke for Molly Pike. The Addicts breathe a huge sigh of relief under the cosh early on. Here's Mannion, waiting for the options to develop ahead of her. Cooper back to Mannion again. Cross to Cataldo. Forwards to McQuaid. Home side knocking it about with real confidence, and there's space again for Gregory. Now Stokes. Cooper. That's an incisive ball into midfield. And time to turn for Lumsden. She just ran into a bit of traffic. Absolutely nobody in a red shirt inside the Newcastle half. Gregory. Stokes again. Back to Cooper. And finally, Testrup will press. Nobbs calm, composed, able to receive the ball under pressure. Pass has sold Mannion a little short. She dealt with it well. Gatrap. And McQuaid. And here's Cataldo. Well, with the ability they have out on the field, you wouldn't have expected this run from Newcastle United to start the campaign. It's been a real mixed bag. Victory at Nottingham Forest on the opening weekend, but then conceded a late equaliser at home against Sheffield United. And then back-to-back defeats. First at Birmingham. Oh, it's a terrible defensive mix-up here, and a chance for the opener. And bailed out by Liefding. Goodness me. Very nearly made to pay for the lackadaisical approach at the back once again. And nipping in was Lucy Fitzgerald, who may feel as though she should have done better. From absolutely nowhere, the visitors almost gifted the opening goal. Saw it so often in that game against Birmingham. Newcastle playing themselves into a bit of bother. It led directly to the second goal and the fourth. There was another scored from a defensive mishap that was ruled out for a narrow offside. That will worry some of these supporters. But a chance now to advance at the other end. Tight angle and well held by Whitehouse. So for all Newcastle's early possession, it's the visitors that have had the best chance. Chance spurned by Fitzgerald. She actually scored on Charlton's last visit to the northeast when they were victorious at Durham. Unable to match that feat so far. Plenty of time though. Stokes knocks it forwards. Back to Cooper. Hopeful ball is cut out by Skeels. Hutton. Back to Skeels. Looks to quicken the tempo, but evades everybody in red. Mannion finds Cooper. Former WSL winner with Chelsea, 2018 and 2020. Barely a player out there in black and white who hasn't tasted silverware in some form or another. Cataldo getting it back from Gatrat. For the first time this afternoon, Charlton daring to push 10 or 15 yards higher. Leifting taking a chance. Gets away with it. How's that for composure? Now Stokes under pressure. Well, the high press is proving a source of joy for the Addicts so far. Stokes can't find a way out. Here's Newsham. Quick feet. Not a bad ball either. Can't pick out anybody in red. Nobbs. Around the corner to Pike. Pike has given it away. Looking for Cataldo. Hutton. Across to take. Scored against Newcastle the last time these two sides met. Now Gregory, immediately under pressure from Newsham. Newsham's done really well. And after surviving an early onslaught, will be a source of real encouragement to Karen Hills, the way her side have gone about adapting to the game. Becky Langley was full of praise for her opposite number before kickoff. Said that any side managed by Karen Hills is always so difficult to play against, and it's proving to be the same again. Here's Gregory. Loses out and then, in frustration, challenges McAteer. And she will draw the first yellow card of the afternoon. Disbelief on the face of Freya Gregory. But it was a late challenge on Mary McAteer. And now she will have to be careful. Jodie Hutton in charge of set pieces for the visitors. Newcastle pushing forwards, trying to keep an exceptionally high line. Can Hutton drop it in the space in behind? McAteer standing in an offside position. Well, the referee is coming across to clear something up on this near side. Looks to be an issue with the communication between the referee and her assistant. So plenty of time for Jodie Hutton to think about this one. A first real opportunity for Charlton to swing the ball into the Newcastle penalty area. In it comes from Hutton. Shallow. Doesn't make it to the edge of the box, and the home side able to clear. That is a wasted opportunity, and suddenly there's space in behind it. Pike moving forwards. Can't bring that one under her spell. From one end to the other. The high line paid off. Defenders have to be brave, have to be experienced in order to pull that one off. Luckily, Newcastle's are both. Mannion ran into a bit of bother. Here's McAteer. She's brought down again. She's been in the wars in the last couple of minutes, and it's another yellow card. Well, it was her run into midfield that led to Newcastle giving the ball away and in trying to atone for her error. Flying into Mary McAteer. Second booking in as many minutes. And Dow takes the free kick short. Now it will be pumped forwards. And that's a fine ball too. And there's space in behind here, chance to deliver. And out came the goalkeeper to claim. She's made a mess of it. McAteer was there. Scrambled away. Another defensive error. And once again, it goes unpunished. It was a searching delivery. The goalkeeper read it well. Lifting, and then couldn't hold on to it. Bailed out by her defenders, but under pressure again here. Across the face of goal from Katie Bradley. This time, the goalkeeper holds on. Well, goalless so far, but there has been no shortage of opportunities. Cooper back to lifting. She'll take her time again. Bradley applying the pressure. Mannion looks to get rid of it. Finds Cataldo. Here's Ndow. Now Skeels. Flannery. Trying to tuck it forwards towards Fitzgerald. Picked up by McQuaid. Clearly having a shirt pulled by Flannery. Referee waited to play the advantage, but in the end pulled it back. And it is a yellow card, and there can be no complaints from the 20-year-old. Knew exactly what she was doing. Turns to the referee and says, "It's my first foul." But a cynical foul like that is always likely to earn you a place in the book. So Newcastle's turn to swing one into the penalty area. Plenty waiting. In it comes, deeper towards the far post where Cooper was waiting. And she can't quite make contact. Here's Ndow. Now Newsham. Away from Gregory. Back to Flannery. Knows the northeast well. Kira Flannery spent last season on loan with Sunderland. Now at Charlton. For this season on loan from a parent club, West Ham United. All the way back for lifting. After her early stumble, she is likely to be pressurised like that whenever she has the ball at her feet. It's well worked into midfield. McQuaid finds Nobbs. Nobbs takes it on. If anybody can, she can. An audacious effort. Spotted the goalkeeper out of position and tried her luck. 71 England caps. A record 208 appearances in the WSL. 15 years there in the top flight with Aston Villa and Arsenal. What a career she has had. Here's McQuaid. Searching ball in behind, looking for Lumsden. Cut out in the nick of time and scrambled away by Hutton. Picked up by Mannion. Here's Gatrat. Now Stokes. Gregory. Looking for the continued run of Gatrat. Gregory sold her short. And now back to Whitehouse. It's a fine turn in midfield. And Fitzgerald gets Charlton moving forwards. And Fitzgerald wants it back. It's a lovely dummy too. Left it for McAteer. Couldn't bring it under control. And Dow wins it back. And Charlton have really grown into this one. They've conceded the visitors just once in the league this season. Fewest in the division. And that's a late challenge, surely. No, says the referee. Picked up by Flannery. We'll have another look at that one in a moment. But it's a thumping effort on goal, which is some way wayward. Well, the ball knocked forwards. It looked as though Mannion got there second best. And having already been booked, well, that is why the Charlton players are protesting. Mannion shown a yellow card just 7 minutes ago. Could be a let-off for the Newcastle centre-half. Thinking to be done for Becky Langley. It's been an absolutely transformative spell in charge of Newcastle United. Signed a new long-term deal last summer. Wants to be the manager to guide them into the top flight. Chance to move forwards now. Gregory picked up a pocket of space on the left-hand side and tried to go herself. Off and down behind for a corner. Lumsden had the vision to look up and pick out Gregory. And she took it on as quickly as she could, but Dow was just quicker still. What can they produce from this set piece? A cluster of black and white shirts trying to apply the pressure to the goalkeeper. Gregory offers herself as the short option. Look at all the bodies in the 6-yard box right under the crossbar. And in it comes. And it's nodded goalwards and off the top of the crossbar. McAteer will clear. Once again, there was chaos, there was confusion. As Charlton look to defend their own 6-yard box. More danger still now. And that one is held by Whitehouse at the second time of asking. It was a searching delivery, flicked on by a Charlton head at the near post, and the goalkeeper had to react quickly. Tipped onto the crossbar. Forward it comes once again, and the flag will stay down here. Lumsden was waiting. Pike couldn't pick her out. Another corner. The alarm bells will be ringing now. Everybody back in red, trying to protect the goalkeeper, Sophie Whitehouse. But here come the reinforcements for Newcastle. Mannion waiting at the far post, plenty at the near. Stokes, Cooper, McQuaid. And in it comes, deeper this time, and the goalkeeper comes to claim with confidence. Well, her defenders will be delighted to see that, because that just eases the pressure. Here's Bradley. Brought down. It's a foul from Gregory, who is the other player to have been booked. Well, she has to be very careful. There's a late challenge looking to stop the counter. Freya Gregory may only have one or two left before the referee, Lauren Impey, is reaching to her pocket once again. Thumped forwards by Skeels. It's a fine ball. Across came McQuaid doing her defensive duty. Now Nobbs. Takes it quickly, finds Cataldo. Lovely feint in the first instance, and then tried to take on one too many. Charlton have it back. Here's Endow. Newsham. Endow again. Looking long again. Nodded away by Cooper. Picked up by Gatrut. Goalkeeper will allow that to trickle out of play. Here comes the Charlton press. Round the corner it goes. Gregory will try to keep it in play and does so. Charlton want the throw and get the throw. And once again, Newcastle have tried and failed to play their way out from the back. McAteer. She's done really well. She was there to try and knock it home. In the end, the shot is blocked from Hutton. Opportunity now on the counter. Pike looking down the line for the run of Lumsden. Can Lumsden deliver? She's won the corner. Well, McAteer did so well. And she fed Testrup. Looking to pull it back for McAteer. It reached Hutton at the far post. Her shot was blocked. Emily Testrup has barely had a touch of the ball so far, the Charlton centre forward. She's back defending once again. Looking to mark Deanna Cooper. It is no mean feat. Gregory will take, not before the referee has had a chance to sort things out in the 6-yard box. It's a real tussle to try to keep Molly Pike away from the goalkeeper, Sophie Whitehouse. In it comes from Gregory, out comes the goalkeeper and plucks it out of the sky. Now Newsham. And Dow. Flannery. Here's Skeels. Has Pearce to her left-hand side. Here is Pearce. Has just forced Hutton backwards. All the way back to Whitehouse, who has started the game exceptionally well. And Dow. Space for Newsham. And suddenly Testra trying to take it in her stride. The first touch just let her down. And she was marshalled out of play. Deanna Cooper not particularly happy with the challenge from Testrup. Always combative. Made herself a real fan favourite. The fans' player of the season last season, Deanna Cooper. And those fans expecting maybe a touch more. Great to see every generation, young and old, enjoying the action. But their side have been made to work hard in this opening half hour or so. Newsham finds Pearce. Now Skeels. Hopeful ball forwards is met carelessly by Cooper. She just about prevents the corner. Throw-in is taken quickly. Knocked into the danger area. Flannery. Flannery's done really well. And her effort is blocked in the nick of time. Now Bradley. Lofted towards the far post. Cataldo and the goalkeeper eventually managed to come to an agreement, and it's claimed by Lifting. Well, Deanna Cooper is down. I wonder if she took the full force of that effort from Kira Flannery. She's just taking a moment to compose herself. So we are ready to get back underway. And Cooper seems okay to continue for now. Long ball forwards, and there was a bit of a tug as it made its way through to Whitehouse. Big appeals. Referee not interested. McAteer can't bring it under control. Lumsden challenging. Trying to pick Flannery's pocket. Young midfielder got it away as quickly as possible. Here's Pearce. Looking for Testra. Can't bring it under control. And there is the two-time World Cup winner. Adding a bit of bite to the midfield. Quality on the ball too. Long ball forward is flicked on, but flicked straight into the arms of Lifting. Just 20 years old, the young goalkeeper. Had a couple of nervy moments already this afternoon. So much pedigree in youth football. She won the Golden Glove at the Under-20s World Cup. Played 50 times in the Netherlands before moving to Chelsea. Now up in the northeast on loan and making her third straight start. Battling for that #1 spot with Claudia Moan. Getting the nod at the moment. Now McQuaid. Referee has spotted something and Kira Skeels is down. The physio is being beckoned on for the Charlton captain. Just 23 years old, Kira Skeels, but she has experience beyond her years. Reached 100 games for the club back in March. Rewarded with a new 2-year contract in July. She is Charlton's longest serving player. No surprise that she sports the captain's armband. Looks like she took a bit of a whack, leaping to challenge for the aerial ball. The referee and the medical staff just making sure she's absolutely okay to continue. Well, it was disappointment for both sides midweek, but more so for the hosts. Charlton were heavily beaten by West Ham United of the WSL, but they were just a goal down at half-time. They brought it back to 2-1 at 56 minutes, but conceded 3 late on, which allowed West Ham to add some gloss to the scoreline. We are ready to continue. Ball knocked in behind to Pike. Into the penalty area it comes. Nobbs wants it. Nobbs gets it. Struck it well. Plenty of power, but lacked the precision to pick out that top corner. A link up between Morgan Coutrat and Jordan Nobbs in midfield. Well, for Newcastle midweek, real disappointment having been beaten by Birmingham. They travelled to Nottingham Forest, a side they beat on the opening weekend in the league. This time, despite making plenty of changes, they will have hoped to get a similar result, but took the lead and then managed to concede twice in 5 minutes straight away. And in that mad 5-minute spell, found themselves beaten by 2-1. They had more possession, more shots on target, plenty of set pieces, and unable to make them pay. We have a bit of a stoppage here because Deanna Cooper is down once again, and it's allowing the players a chance to come across and receive a few words of wisdom from the managers and their coaching staff. They'll have plenty more time in just under 10 minutes to make any kind of tactical tweaks, but this does look concerning for Deanna Cooper, who was down just a moment ago and is being treated once again. Now, Becky Langley said before the game that she wanted her players to play on the front foot, to take the game to Charlton. That is what they've tried to do, but it's come at a cost because Deanna Cooper is withdrawn before half-time, looking in some discomfort. And on comes Charlotte Wardlaw. So rather than play a player down for a few moments while they try to treat Cooper, Becky Langley's medical staff taking no chances, and on comes Wardlaw. Familiar name in the starting lineup, was dropped to the bench today. Has only had to wait 39 minutes to get a chance to try to earn her place back. And here she is with the ball at her feet. Mannion. Under pressure from Fitzgerald. Cataldo knocks it onto Nobbs. Brought down by Pike. Just got away from her at the crucial time. It's a bit of a confusion again between Liefding and Mannion. Flipped in behind where Testrup will chase. And the first bit of defending to do for Charlotte Wardlaw is done with great composure. Now McQuaid can bring it forwards, advancing into space. McQuaid finds Gregory. And Gregory lines one up and is denied by a desperate challenge from Ndao. Freya Gregory turns away in frustration. Might she have been better served, looking to deliver to one of her teammates? She's got herself into some fine positions on that left-hand side. Final product is the only thing missing. But a different tack from this corner. Everybody's starting deep for Newcastle. Nodded away. Brought down on the edge of the box, and Nobbs will collect. Cataldo. Turns away from the challenge, not once but twice. Clip back towards the danger area. Here's Lumsden. And Lumsden away from one. Still going, Lumsden! Blocked away. Did so well to create the chance. Drifted into space on the left-hand side, away from one, away from two, and couldn't force it through a cluster of bodies and into the back of the net. Goals in her last 2 games, Beth Lumsden. Desperate to make it 3 out of 3. Pearce knocks it forwards. Wardlaw. Hastily cleared. 90 seconds remain of the first half. Is there one final opportunity for one of these two sides to make the breakthrough? Hurled towards the penalty area. McAteer does well. Fitzgerald is sniffing around. Forces the hurried clearance. Forward comes Jodie Hutton. She may look to toss this one into the penalty area. Winds herself up and let's go. Gets plenty of distance but can't pick out a red shirt. Good trap. It's given away in midfield. McAteer. Just too slow to release the ball. And now there's a chance to release Lumsden in behind. And Pike made the run, but the flag was up. We are into stoppage time at the end of this first half. McAteer turns well. Has Fitzgerald up with her. McAteer still got it here. Looking for Fitzgerald. And lifting got down well to claim. And looks to spark the counter. Quick distribution. To dangerous back pass too. Lumsden trying to steal in. Gregory underneath it, beaten by Newsham. Here's McAteer. McAteer has arguably been Charlton's standout player in this first half. Testrup was coming back from an offside position. Well, the quick feet from McAteer to get away from Gregory and away from Wardlaw. Little nutmeg in there too. Here's Nobbs. McQuaid. It's a lovely flick. Now Gatrat. Stokes. Nobbs has it back. Stolen away by Bradley, who looks to clear. And suddenly there's a chance for the red shirts to pour forwards, and one of them is Newsham. Waiting for support. Newsham away from Wardlaw. Newsham still. Wardlaw challenges. And it's thundered over the top. Desperate defending from the substitute. Did really well to get a foot on the ball. Had to do so, or it would have been a certain penalty. And then fired over the top by Flannery, who kicks the turf in frustration. There have been opportunities in this first half for both sides. Neither yet able to make them count. Up goes Hutton. Into the final minute of stoppage time. Now Gatrat. Gregory. Nobbs making a run down the line. She'll get there too. Is there time for one final attack? Well, there goes the half-time whistle. And last season's two highest scorers are cancelling one another out. It was a 6-goal thriller the last time these two sides met. Neither side able to make the breakthrough so far. And the two managers, Becky Langley and Karen Hills, have 15 minutes to try to change something. Plenty of attacking options on the bench. Plenty who can change the game. Whether they stick or twist remains to be seen. But plenty of efforts on goal. And the chances have come and gone. Both goalkeepers worked. 45 minutes left to try to claim all 3 points. Still plenty of action left to come in this one. But at half-time, it is Newcastle United 0, Charlton Athletic 0. As we prepare to get back underway, 45 minutes remain for one of these two sides to find the breakthrough. 45 minutes to seal all 3 points. It is the hosts with possession to start the second half. No changes from either manager. And it's not forwards looking for Lumsden. Back to Skeels. Tries to tuck it forwards to where Fitzgerald was waiting. Mannion had a particularly busy first half, more so than she might have liked. Here's Gatrat. Hopeful ball forwards. McQuaid won't get there. Rescued by Hutton. Becky Langley's side travel down to South London next weekend, facing Crystal Palace, who scored that late goal this afternoon to salvage a point against Durham. Elise Hughes in the 96th minute. And they welcome Bristol City, and then it's Manchester City in the League Cup. In that League Cup group with City and Everton and Nottingham Forest. It's a difficult draw. Here's Lumsden. He's done really well under pressure wriggled away from one challenge, then a second. In the end, she's brought down and wins a free kick in a promising position. How about that for close control? Away from Fitzgerald, away from Bradley, and then Pearce brought her down. What can they do from this set piece? And it comes, inviting. The clearance is far from convincing. Neither is the second or the third. And it's behind for a corner. And for just a moment, it was panic stations at the back. Taken short to Lumsden. Here's Gregory. Space on the edge of the penalty area. Nobbs to Gregory. Hopeful effort. Watched all the way by Whitehouse, the goalkeeper. First shot on goal of this second period. Did well to work the space. Freya Gregory hasn't scored since the final day of last season away at Blackburn. Joined in January from Aston Villa. She's made herself a regular name on the team sheet. Scotland international. Hutton looks to latch on to the long diagonal. Out-muscled. Now McQuaid. It's a fine turn. Rescued by Pike. Cataldo. How about that from Lumsden? Sells the dummy, and Lumsden in behind. Can she deliver? Across goal it comes, and almost outfoxed the goalkeeper too. Required a firm hand to push it behind. Newcastle have the corner. It could have been so much more. Lumsden forced herself wide. Did well to work the goalkeeper from there. And Beth Lumsden is an option if Newcastle decide to go short. Well, the less said about that corner, the better. A miss hit from Gregory. Well, more than just the football to enjoy. Sunny autumn afternoon in the northeast. There won't be too many more. Wardlaw was engaged in a tussle on the edge of the penalty area, and she's conceded a free kick. And what is a dangerous position. Up against Testrup and can have no real complaints. Wrapped her arm around the centre forward's neck. And it's put her team under pressure. The referee, Lauren Impey, making sure that the wall is the requisite distance back. Plenty in red in the penalty area. Pearce waits at the far post. Skeels in a deeper position. Testrup at the near with Fitzgerald. Newsham in the middle. Whipped in with pace all the way. And somehow it wasn't turned home. Goodness me, how close was that? Such an inviting ball in, and all it required was a touch. Desperate attempt from Gracie Pearce. will go down as a missed opportunity. Now then, here's McAteer. Digs out the cross. Far too close to lifting. Up goes Ndow. Out only as far as Lumsden. Trying to knock it wide to Gregory. Gets it all wrong. Former Charlton player. 7 goals last season, already 2 to a name in the current campaign. Hoping to beat that tally and certainly on track to do so. Here's Wardlaw. Her clearance is charged down and Testrup can latch onto it now. And she's away from Wardlaw. Very nearly worked all the way out to Hutton. Took a touch on its way through. Back to Hutton again. Neat footwork. Able to deliver. Charlton have the throw. And Hutton hurls it goalwards. Flicked on by McAteer. Fitzgerald looks to collect, brought down. Stokes has taken a real chance. Opportunity here. Stokes atones for her error. Fitzgerald! Inches away. And again, Newcastle playing themselves into danger. One back by Stokes, who then dribbled straight into Testrup. Fell kindly for Fitzgerald. Goalkeeper at full stretch, narrowly wide. Demi Stokes, one of the most experienced players on the pitch. Almost at fault for the opener. Cataldo skips away from Fitzgerald. Clipped on by Lumsden. This is a fine move. In behind here is Pike. Has to turn away from goal. And Dow has done really well to win it back and to win the free kick. And when the flag stayed down, it was a real opportunity. Pike looked up and there was no one up with her. She looked up again and suddenly Dow had stolen in to win it back. Long throw forwards. McAteer. Hutton to the byline. Delivery is too deep. Testrup looks to get there first and does so. It's been all Charlton since the restart. Newsham. Bradley brought down. Big appeals for a penalty, and it's given. A glorious opportunity for Charlton to take the lead. Referee in no doubt at all. Careless, a nudge from Demi Stokes. Bradley brought down. And the referee, Lauren MP, pointed straight to the spot. The protests continue, but they will fall upon deaf ears. Well, Mary McAteer is guarding the penalty spot. It was actually being repainted very carefully pre-match. That's come in use. But the ball is being held onto by Jodie Hutton. And now given to Katie Bradley. Bradley, who scored twice away at Newcastle last season, who scored the dramatic 95th minute equaliser to snatch a point. Bradley, who won the penalty, will take the penalty and has a golden opportunity to give Charlton the lead from 12 yards. It is Liefding against Katie Bradley. And Bradley scores. Clinical. After all the Newcastle pressure, it is Charlton Athletic who make the breakthrough. And the visitors lead by a goal to nil. Katie Bradley from the spot. Liefding went the right way. Nothing she could do. The perfect penalty, nestled in the bottom corner. Katie Bradley is back to punish Newcastle once again. Well, in all of that delay before the penalty was taken, Femke Liefding, the Newcastle goalkeeper, was shown a yellow card for time wasting. Didn't put Bradley off. And now Newcastle have to respond. Here's Lumsden. Out to Gregory. Ball is whipped in dangerously. McQuaid was waiting at the far post. May still drop for Nobbs. Couldn't catch it cleanly. Wardlaw gets just about enough on it to knock it back to the goalkeeper. Here's Mannion. Well, 5 games now played in all competitions this season for Newcastle and still yet to keep a clean sheet. Their defensive woes continue. Here's Nobbs. Gatrat. And Dow intercepts. And the issue is that the first goal was always likely to be crucial because Charlton concede so few. Newcastle need 2 at least to come away with all 3 points now. Cataldo looking to turn, found herself caught out. Here's Testrup. She's asked an awful lot of Lucy Fitzgerald. Will make life difficult for Mannion. Lumsden dropping deeper and deeper to try to get herself involved. Mannion. Cataldo. Into midfield it comes. It's neat footwork there too. And now Lumsden. Here's Gatrat. Laid off perfectly for Gregory. Pike waits in the middle. Gregory deflected behind. Newcastle corner. Plenty to aim at in the penalty area. Starting their runs deep, and here they come, the black and white shirts. In towards the near post. Newsham got there first. Now an opportunity on the counter. Ball at the feet of McAteer. Down the line to Flannery, and the flag stays down here as Newsham attacks. Hutton waits in the middle. Newsham brought down fairly, says the referee. Well, she stopped the game, but it may be for the head injury rather than the free kick. Newsham advancing, and she ran square into the shoulder of Charlotte Wardlaw, and I think that's why the referee has stopped the game. Wardlaw is receiving a talking to, but as you can see, it is a stoppage rather than a foul. Well, Becky Langley said pre-match that her side needed to be assured that they were in a good position come Sunday evening. As things stand, Sunday evening will come and go, and Newcastle will still be searching for a first win since the opening weekend. This is not how they envisaged the start of the season panning out. Karen Hills deep in discussion with her players, taking advantage of this stoppage. We are ready to continue. Lauren Impey, the referee, making sure that everything is okay. And here we go once again. 25 minutes plus stoppage time for Newcastle to find a way back into the game. Lumsden, been the brightest spark in a drab performance for the host so far. Now Stokes, who was penalised for the penalty. Gregory. Stokes in space. Gregory instead rounds the defender, done fabulously well. Down she goes, appeals for a penalty, waved away. It looked soft. McAteer, Flannery, trying to get away from Gatrat. Easier said than done. Now McAteer tucks it down the line, looking for Testra. Well, both sides are preparing changes. Activity on both benches. And here come those changes. And as far as options go, Becky Langley's aren't half bad if you're looking for a way back into the game, if you're looking for a goal. And here comes the first. Emily Murphy, prepared to be introduced. Already has a goal to her name this season on the opening weekend at Nottingham Forest. Gillian Kenny is being brought on for Charlton. So on comes Emily Murphy. Molly Pike is withdrawn. First change this afternoon for Charlton is the introduction of Gillian Kenny. Emily Testra will make way. So changes in attack for both sides. Gillian Kenny, newly arrived from the United States, Providence College. She scored away at Durham on her first visit to the Northeast. Brought on to help Charlton protect this lead. And she's snapping away at the heels of McQuaid straight away. Nobbs calms things down. Kenny finds McAteer. Newsham to Flannery. And Dow. Stokes gets there, knocked down only as far as McAteer. And here comes Newsham racing up from the back. Something of a nervous silence has fallen over the Gateshead International Stadium. Thumped forwards by Whitehouse, met by Stokes. Here's Cataldo. Takes it in her stride. Lumsden. Lovely footwork to get away from Fitzgerald. First touch for Murphy. Can't make the ball stick. McAteer. Murphy wins it back. Becky Langley, the edge of her technical area, demanding patience. With 20 minutes left, Newcastle certainly have the time. Mannion. There's Cataldo. Still going, Cataldo. Needs a bit of support. May go herself. Away from Fitzgerald. Now the chance to deliver. And in it comes. Flicked on. And Dow reacts quickest. Brought down by Nobbs. Gregory looking for the run of Stokes. And Dow will watch it all the way. It's been a difficult afternoon for Demi Stokes, the Newcastle captain. Penalised for the penalty that is the difference between the two sides. She has so much experience. 69 England caps, won the Euros in 2022, won the WSL 2016, 3 times an FA Cup winner. Emily Murphy, always combative, penalised on this occasion. She has form for helping in this kind of situation. She came on for her debut at Southampton back in February. Newcastle were 2-0 down on that occasion. She helped them draw the game 2-2. They can score 2 goals here, they'll take all 3 points, unless Charlton can add another. Here's Newsham. It's a real scrap for possession. And in comes McAteer. Delightful back heel finds Newsham. Fast feet. They've done so well, the visitors, to hold on to the ball there. Skeels. Forward to Hutton. And still Hutton tries to slip it through. Now then, Lumsden on the counter-attack. Skeels did just enough. Here's Gatra. Cataldo taking charge of this throw and looking to launch it long. He's waiting for a bit of movement. In it comes from Cataldo. Not bad either. Well, the whistle has gone against Emily Murphy for backing into the defender. Looked a touch harsh. In fact, it looks to be for a foul throw. Well, Emily Murphy was in disbelief, and I can see why, but she'll be relieved to know that that wasn't a decision against her. You can see the disbelief. You could hear it around the crowd too, but it was a foul throw, in fact. Cataldo penalised. Lumsden. Smuggled clear by Endow. McAteer looks to get there first and manages to keep it in play. Here's Wardlaw. More changes being prepared. Emma Bissell and Karen Moyer stripped and ready to come on. And the referee will allow the changes to be made. And so Karen Hills, despite the fact that her side lead, is making a third change, and all 3 have been attacking players coming on. There is a bit of a delay here. The sheet hasn't been passed to the 4th official. So Emma Bissell, who scored on the opening day against Crystal Palace, that was enough to seal all 3 points, despite Katie Bradley's red card. She comes on to replace Lucy Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald has had opportunities. Arrived this summer from London City Lionesses, looking for a 2nd promotion in a row this season. And finally, Karen Moyer will be introduced too. And off goes Mary McAteer, who has thrown her socks off. Been involved in every 50-50. Popped up here, there and everywhere. But 2 more changes for the hosts, as Una Savenius and Shania Hales brought on to a rapturous reception. Off go Gatrat and Lumsden. Savenius looking for her first Newcastle goal. What a time it would be to get it. But Shania Hales has form against Charlton Athletic. She scored a hat-trick in this fixture last season, and she scored a penalty away at the Valley. Charlton defenders will be sick of the sight of Shania Hales. Yet to score this season. Scored a hat-trick on the final day at Blackburn. 15 goals in total. She was only one off the Golden Boot. Missed out to Isabel Goodwin of London City Lionesses. She has plenty of attacking competition this season. Thump forwards, hopeful, towards no one in particular. Here's Hutton. Clipped down the line, maybe a Newcastle throw. Cataldo. 4 changes now from Becky Langley, one of them enforced in the first half when Cooper came off for Wardlaw. But she has shuffled the pack and is hoping to see results. So many players now on the pitch, able to pop up with a bit of magic. Mannion. Here's Wardlaw. Cataldo. Savenius. First touch, manages to find a way out of trouble. Murphy. Murphy dropping deep, just about holding on to possession. And Murphy will emerge with possession, and she's sent crashing down by Bradley. Free kick in a dangerous position, thanks to this challenge. It was clumsy from Bradley. The Charlton goalscorer has given away this free kick. What a chance to register an effort on goal to call Sophie Whitehouse into action. Freya Gregory, who drives it in with pace, deep, flicked on, rescued by Mannion. Plenty to aim at still. Mannion's ball across, breaks at the far post. It wasn't far away at all. Charlton hearts in mouths. Mannion's delivery was a good one, and it broke for Stokes. Inches away from dropping underneath the crossbar and in. That would have been some way to atone for her error in giving away the penalty. Karen Hill's desperate for her side to hold on. Wardlaw back to lifting. Under pressure. Forward from Pearce. Hutton. Kenny challenging. Thump forwards. First touch for Hales. Holds it up well. Finds Murphy. Looking for Gregory. Newsham will get there first. Murphy. Now Mannion. Kept in play by Gregory, looking for Stokes. Stokes has done well. Maybe a chance here. Murphy is there. Can't quite make it stick. Stokes prodded it on towards Sevenius, who was struck full in the face. And it didn't quite break for Murphy. And now the referee will stop the game to make sure that Una Sevenius is okay. 8 minutes of normal time remain. Charlton's slender lead still intact. Well, they won in Durham. They're winning at Newcastle. They're back in the northeast next Sunday, taking on Sunderland. Beginning to become something of a home from home for Charlton Athletic. Hills is deep in discussion with her players. Third last season, just 6 points off the top. Of course, third this season would mean a crack at promotion. Becky Langley watches on. She'll be perplexed. And you can see from the wry shake of the head that this is not the performance she had expected. After the Sheffield United draw, she called for a response from her side. They need to put it right against Birmingham, she said. Beaten by Birmingham, then by Nottingham Forest. Once again today, she was hoping for a chance to bounce back. Having made their way through the divisions, they aren't used to these kinds of tricky periods, Newcastle, over recent seasons. Just have to weather the storm. Plenty of time remains in the campaign, but it has not been the start that they had hoped for. Plenty of time remains in this one to turn things around. Una Sevenius is up and okay. Newcastle a player down for now. Swept on by Stokes. Back it comes, where it's brought down by Cataldo. All the way back to Leifting. Clears from under the nose of Moya. Up goes Pearce. Brought down by Murphy. Sevenius is back on, and she's making herself available here. Here is Una Sevenius up against Ndao. Defender does just enough. Newcastle corner. Jordan Nobbs to take. Whipped in with pace, flicked on. Pearce gets there. Sevenius underneath it. There's Murphy. Out it goes behind. Corner. Dangerous delivery. Looked threatening again. Charlotte Newsham has been shown a yellow card in the meantime for time wasting. It won't stop Newcastle taking this corner. And towards the near post, and once again it's wasted. Well, that's twice from this near side that the corner has gone straight into the side netting, and it just eases all the pressure that Newcastle were building. Cataldo. Mannion. The hosts looking to set up base camp in order to push for that late equaliser. Have to pin Charlton back. Here's Cataldo. Inside she comes. Nobbs. Stokes. Hales did really well under pressure. Now Mannion. Look how far forward everybody in black and white is pushed. Fine vision to pick out Freya Gregory, who wants to get on with it. Leaves it for Stokes. Now Mannion skips away from the challenge of Kenny. Mannion brings it forwards. Now she finds Gregory. Stokes inside. Back to Nobbs. Two former England teammates combining. Can they get Newcastle back into the game? Cataldo. It's a clever run from Murphy. And Murphy spins and looks to deliver and wins the corner. And this time, the delivery has to be better. Gregory ready to take, but there is a player down in the penalty area. And the visitors will use every trick in the book now to try and get this one over the line. Mia Ross is about to be brought on. Kira Flannery limps off. She had already been booked. And Ross's first duty is to defend this corner. Always risky making a change before a set piece. Gregory to deliver. Taken short this time. Clever routine. Nobbs steers it on. And Dow will clear. Moya chasing, but out comes Lifting to pump it back into the danger zone. And Dow is there again. She's there to meet absolutely everything so far. Murphy popping up on the left this time. Delivery all the way through and brought down by Whitehouse. Well, Hales trying to make her presence known, and all she's done is slow the game down further. Well, she's experienced enough to know, Shania Hales, Jamaica international, that all this will do is eat into the time that remains. There are 8 additional minutes, and that will certainly gee up the crowd once it's announced. And there you have it. They still believe. But a full 60 seconds will have elapsed between the game stopping and restarting as Whitehouse receives treatment. And it may well be added on top of the 8, but that remains to be seen. The visitors in absolutely no hurry. Well, those fans are hoping for some late drama. There would be some noise around the Gateshead International Stadium if Newcastle can find that equaliser. Jordan Nobbs and Emily Murphy are complaining to the referee. And there are yellow cards for Gracie Pearce and for Shania Hales. Well, the game stopped before added time began, and we are finally getting back underway with almost 2 minutes of the 8 having been played. Now, whether we will go on to 10 minutes remains to be seen, but it was a foolish challenge from Hales, really. It broke up all the momentum, and it allowed Whitehouse to take her time. Still plenty of it, though. 6 minutes at the very least for Newcastle to find an equaliser. Here's Wardlaw. Stokes. Murphy. Wins it back on the touchline. Does well to spin away from pressure too. Gets it back from Hales. Here's Murphy. Hales wants it. Newsham takes it. Hales is penalised again. And this time, seems as though she has a fair argument to make. Looked like a ball that she had every right to go for. Not getting the rub of the green from the referee since coming on. Thundered clear. Met by Mannion. Here's Murphy. Nobbs finds Wardlaw. Still a bit sloppy in the middle. Becky Langley on the edge of her technical area, urging her side forwards. Nobbs. That's a decent ball, looking for Hales. There's space on the left-hand side. Here's Wardlaw. Gets it back from Nobbs. Hales brought down. Nobbs. Out wide it goes. Cataldo. 3 to aim at in the middle. Cataldo tried to go around the defender. She was beaten to it by Bissell. And now Bissell can bring it away. She wants a free kick, nothing doing. Referee allowing the game to flow. Here's Savenius. They have so many attacking players on the pitch, Newcastle. Just need to get the ball into the penalty area. Stokes. Gregory. Charlton throw. 2.5 minutes of the 8 minutes added on remain. But here they come again. Chance to pour forwards. Hales, Savenius to aim at. Behind it goes. But it will be a Charlton ball. Well, Karen Hill said pre-match that she wasn't looking at the table just yet. It was too early in the season. She might want to if the scoreline stays the same. Charlton currently drawing level with leaders Birmingham City, but only if they see out this lead. Brought down by Gregory, plucked out of the sky. Now she takes on Newsham. McQuaid All the way back, now Mannion. Mannion knocks it forwards. Hales is there, looking to shake off the attentions of the defender. And Hales is penalised once again. Well, all eyes will be on the referee as to how long we play on for, on top of the 8 added minutes. Mannion. Cataldo. Thundered forwards by Lifty. Murphy was up highest, couldn't flick it on. Here's Hutton. Charlton clinging on. Bissell was offside. And this one has to go forwards into added time on top of stoppage time. Everybody up now. Back it goes again, second chance to deliver. It's a better ball forwards at the second time of asking. Hales waiting. As was Stokes. Bissell stepping in, beaten by Cataldo. Gregory. Here's Mannion. Forward it comes. Hales underneath it. Nodded clear. Appeals from the stand, not from the players. And now in behind, maybe a chance to seal it. It's a fabulous covering challenge from Wardlaw to stop Kenny in her tracks. Into the 10th minute of stoppage time. Murphy, and Murphy is in! Murphy to equalise! Stopped by the goalkeeper. Sophie Whitehouse, the hero. A golden opportunity to draw level in the dying seconds. Hit broke kindly for Emily Murphy. And she wasn't able to apply the finish. That was the chance they'd been waiting for. And it has come and gone. But forward it comes once again. Savenius takes it down. Savenius strikes. Back into the danger zone. And Whitehouse is there again. And there goes the final whistle. And Charlton Athletic have held on for all 3 points. A vital 3 points. A statement 3 points. Karen Hills punches the air because Katie Bradley's penalty is enough. It's the difference between the two sides, these two promotion hopefuls. Newcastle United still waiting for that first victory since the opening weekend. Their dry spell continues, but Charlton remain unbeaten in the league this season. Katie Bradley is the match winner, and Charlton Athletic do the business once again. Full time at the Gateshead International Stadium. More disappointment for the Magpies. It finishes Newcastle United 0, Charlton Athletic 1.